Hi girls, good morning. Let me plug in my light real fast while you guys are hopping on. Happy Friday. Yes, it's Friday. I'm so excited. It's Friday. When you guys hop on, say hey. Oh, much better. Much better. Okay, when you hop on, say hey. I just wanted to pop in here because I was listening to a leadership live this morning. And it kind of started to hit me that I thought, I need to come into the Big Team page with this and really hit it home with you guys. Hi, Ruby. Good morning. And if you guys are watching the replay, please make sure that you tag your girls afterwards. You can't tag them during, but you can tag them afterwards. Good morning. Hi, Jessica. How are you? How are you guys? I feel like it's early to have full makeup and hair and all that stuff done, but I had a really busy day today. Hi, Kelly. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Okay, so I was going to do this chat in my Elite page. So when you guys hit green, you're added to an Elite Leader page. And the training in there is a little bit different. It is very goal-oriented. It is very, no excuse driven. It's, the greens and the oranges and the purples and black status leaders are very honed into success and being successful and building their teams. We don't have any, people just here for the discount, all of that stuff. So when I go in there, I tend to be more like, hey, we're building a business. This is how we do it, blah, blah, blah. But I thought, I think I'm going to come in here and talk about this part of it because I've been noticing that when people do get to a green status, that they're a little lost on what the next step is. They're a little lost on, how do I lead? How do I lead people? So I thought, you know what? I need to come in here and do this. So as you guys know, and if you don't know, I'll tell you again, but I am a firm believer that you don't have to be green status to be a leader. Leadership is not a color. Leadership is not a level within our company. Leadership is a mindset and a decision that somebody makes when they make that shift. And that shift could be before they even join our company. That shift could be the minute that they sign up. They're like, hey, this is something that I want to do. I want to be a leader, so on and so forth. Or they could sign up for the discount. They could sign up just to snag the kit. I signed up to snag the kit, you guys. I was not going to make this a business at all. I was a nurse. I was not going to, not doing it. But then I started to see the potential and I started to get a little bit of momentum and I was having a lot of fun and I loved empowering women. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make this a thing. So at that point, I made a decision to lead. And I always try to hit that home to people. Just because somebody is at green status or is at orange status or is at purple or is at black doesn't mean that they necessarily, that's when their leadership light turned on. They don't go to the wall and flick the light on. When you sign on at white, yellow, pink, and blue, you can be a leader if that's what your goal is. So I wanted to come to you guys today and just chat about an active, effective leadership. Hi, Ingrid. Hi, Karen. Good morning. Okay, so what I mean by active, effective leadership. I'm talking to the people right now that maybe have a little feeling in their gut and they're thinking, can I make this something bigger than what it is? The people that think, you know what? Really tired of living paycheck to paycheck. I think I might want to give this a stab to make it something more. Or the people that just jumped in and they're like, oh my God, I absolutely love this, but how do I do it? And so what I mean by active, effective leadership is teaching you guys how to be a leader from day one, kind of forming that slowly as over time. So when you do get to green status, that you feel comfortable and confident in leading a team of girls. So as we're going along, if you guys ask questions, I will do my best to answer them. And if not, I will answer some questions at the end. And I will make this short and sweet because I know it's Friday and everyone has all their stuff to get to. All right, so the first thing that you want to do in your company, and so you have a company, if you even have one person in your success line, that means one person that has signed on underneath you at some point, you have a company. So this would be my suggestion right out of the gate, is that you need to connect with them. That one person, Susie Joe, you need to get on Messenger or on the phone or on text or however you choose to communicate with her, and you need to say, hey, Susie Joe, welcome to Unique, welcome to your business, whatever you want to say. I just wanted to touch base with you and see what you wanted out of this business. I just wanted to touch base with you and see what your goals were, because Susie Joe might just be here for the discount. Susie Joe might just want to get a mani-pedi. Susie Joe just might want to buy movie tickets, or Susie Joe might want to make her car payment, her mortgage, her rent, or retire early. So there is a whole plethora of things. And the thing with the leader is that we need to respect the space that that person is in that given moment in time. Because here's why. If Susie Joe signs on and then all of a sudden you are like the cougar and you come and pounce on her and you're like, oh my God, okay, so we need to sell $500 right out of the gate. How come you're not booking 10 parties? You need to book 10 parties. And what is Susie Joe going to do? Susie Joe's going to go, ha, ha, ha. This ain't for me. This is not for me. This is too much. I feel pressured. That wasn't even my goal to begin with. So it is very, very, very important for you guys to really dig in. Hey, Trisha. Hey, Alicia. It is very, very important for you guys to dig in and to find out what this person is about. What makes her tick? What scares the crap out of her? Is she married? Is she single? Is she gay? Is she straight? Does she live in a different country? Does she live in California? Does she live in Texas? Does she live in Florida? Does she have kids? Does she not want kids? Does she have dogs? Does she like cats? Everything about her. Because what you find out about her is going to be a few things. It's going to be what her demographic is going to be. It is going to be what makes her tick. And you're going to find out what her goals are. You're going to find out what her passions are. If she's a person that is not married, not interested in being married, has no kids, and absolutely loves her pets and loves to travel, do you think that the goals that you're going to set for her are going to be family-based goals, talking to carpool moms, homebodies that hate to travel? No. She's going to want the girls that love adventure, that love to travel, that like to dream big. That's going to be her demographic. So it's very, very, very important for you guys to get to know your team, even if that's one person. You get to know her. Now, you don't have to come out of the gate being besties. We run a business. We run a business, and that's what it's about. And if we become besties in this journey, then that's icing on the cake. But when we show up at work every day, we are respectful. We get to know people's goals. We respect them in the space that they're in. That is very, very important. And we hold their hand across the threshold to that next step, that next level up, that next goal that they want to hit. When you are a leader, which if that's what you've decided to be, even at yellow status, that's why I'm doing this in this page, is that you have to learn how to push people with grace. Remember that. And also hold them accountable. So what do I mean by push people with grace? When you get on your team chats, or on your, if you are green, a consistent green and above, you have a team page. Or if you're yellow, pink, or blue, or haven't been hitting green consistently, you are in an Upline Elites page of some kind. Hi, Samantha, how are you? You are in an elite page of some kind. So when you get on there to push your team members and to shout them out, let me just give you two scenarios and you tell me what would sit best in your belly. You get on there and you're like, oh my God, you guys, everyone is at 0 and this is ridiculous. And I told you guys that I wanted to hit pink status this month and nobody's doing any work except for me and Hooly Bully down the street. It's ugly. Or do you get on there and you say, oh my gosh, girl, I'm so proud of you. Congratulations to Kathy for making her first sale. That's amazing. Oh my gosh, I just want to show you this screenshot of Jennifer. She was totally fearful of doing lives. You go, girl. You totally rocked it out. Her first lives. Help me congratulate her, everybody. Which scenario is better? Which scenario is going to fill your cup more? Is it going to be the strong-armed, no grace, no style, no respect way? Or is it going to be the I got you and I respect you to whatever level you're at in this company right now, and if you trust me, I want to push you a little bit further? Which one? And I hope you're going to say the latter. I hope you're going to say the latter, because that is when you lead with a servant's heart and you care about people more than you care about other people's paycheck more than you care about yourself, that is when you will be successful. And Derek told me that 3.5 years ago when I was at Unified in Utah. And he said, Sean, and he said this to the whole group, but we had a private conversation afterwards. And he said, the minute that you care about somebody else's paycheck more than you do your own, that is when you will be successful. When you care about what is happening in your presenters' lives, when you care when they're going through a life challenge, when you care that they might be having marriage issues, when you care that they might be struggling because their kids are leaving the nest, when you care that they are having confidence issues, when you care that they had that throw up throat and they're just going to get sick because they're afraid to go live, when you care about that, that's when your team trusts you. That's when your teams will follow you, and that's when your teams will respect the position that you're in, and they're gonna want to do good for you, even if it's just one person. Okay? And the more that you hold people accountable for their actions, the more that you're going to have growth in your business. Hands down, 100%. The more you're going to have growth in your business. And don't assume that they want what you want. You know, if I got on here every day, you guys, and I assumed that all of you guys wanted to be Black status, I assumed all you guys wanted 6 figures a year, I would be screwed. Because you know what? Success scares a lot of people. And it holds a lot of people back, actually. And I see that more and more the more that I learn about myself as a leader, and the more I learn how to really dissect an individual, is that she might not want what you want. And that's okay. But you really have to find out what she wants. Does she want to pay for preschool for her kid? Does she want to be able to take her grandkids out on a adventure once a month and not feel the tightness of the finances? So you got to figure that out, and you got to really get to know your people. So when you have a team, when you start to build a team, and mind you, when I say team, you guys, I mean one person underneath you, one person or more. You're going to put them into 2 categories. You're going to put them in something that I call the soup, which I learned from Deb Erickson, or you're going to put them into like a chat kind of situation scenario. And people move back and forth amongst those 2 categories quite frequently. So the soup is where I would put my team members that are not really sure what they want yet. They might just be here for the discount. They aren't really confident yet, and they're just kind of dipping their toe in the water, and they haven't had the bravery to take a dive head first into the pool. They're the people that need more group coaching. It's the people that might say that they want to hit a certain status, but they're not willing to put the work in yet. They might wish it all day long, but I haven't really seen the actions, because it takes actions. Those people go in the soup. And so what the soup is more group coaching. The soup is group inspiration. The soup is group confidence building. The soup is maybe pairing, Sarah with Jennifer, because they have similar backgrounds and similar goals, and putting those 2 together so those 2 can run together. That's what the soup is. And the people that I pull into private chats, or, the leadership group room once they've hit green and above, or single chats, are the people that have really taken that step to taking action on the goal that they say that they want to hit. It's the people that say, you know what, Sean, I'm ready to run for green. And then I look in the back office and I go, oh my God, heck yeah, she's absolutely ready. She's already, $800 PRS. She's sponsored 4 people this month. Sister's ready. Sister's taking the actions necessary to reach the goal that she has put on paper. And so what do you do with these people? When do you check in? How do you check in? So I'm just going to give you guys a little scenario of what I do daily in my business as a leader. And this is something that you can do daily in your business as a leader too, if you have at least one person underneath you. And if your goal is to have longevity in this company, building a team is first and foremost where it's at. And I just want to share a few numbers with you. And this is stuff that I cannot share outside this team page. So when I have my team of people, right now we're almost at 8,000 presenters on this team. But this started with me from when I had, 20 people. So if you want to, how do I say this gingerly? I'm just going to be real, because this is a real life. If you want to take your significant other to the movies, sell product. If you want to maybe squeeze in an extra trip at Target for the month, sell product. If you want to get your nails done every couple weeks, sell product. If you want to save for your kids' college, build a team. If you want to not stress when you go to the grocery store or you get that bill in the mail for the electricity, or you have kids' birthday parties coming up and you don't want to say no to another birthday party again for this year, build a team. If you want to possibly bring your significant other home permanently, build a team. If you want to create a legacy for your family, build a team. My PRS is roughly about $2,000 to $3,000 a month, roughly. I get that from parties. I get that from in-home parties. I get that from online parties. My commission is 30% of that. So figure that out. A couple $100, whatever. My take home is always 5 figures. Always. And I don't share that with you guys because, God, it's so hard to share. I don't share that with you guys because I'm here to gloat or to say, oh gosh, look at me at all. But I want you guys to really, really, really see the true potential. And I usually only talk like this to the leaders in the green and above page. And that's not fair because there might be some of you guys that just signed up and you're going, oh my gosh, like that could change my life. Like, being able to take home, $3,000 a month, that could really change my life. It can. And when you get to the point where you're taking home 5 figures a month, that can absolutely change your world. And so I apologize for not coming in here sooner to get real with you guys, because I usually talk like this in the leader page because success is scary to a lot of people. And I don't want that to scare you. I want that to motivate you, because when you are at that level, you are not going to be left alone, you guys. You are not going to be left alone. If you start to get momentum and you start to make some serious money and you start to get scared, just say something. Just say something. Because that was me. That was me. Even working 2 full-time nursing jobs, you guys. I make way more income than I ever did as a nurse full-time, saving lives, reaching into people's body cavities and holding valves closed so they didn't bleed out, literally saving lives. And now it's so much more fulfilling. So if you want to take your kids to the movies, sell product. If you want to sustain your family for generations to come, build a team. And when you build a team, make sure you know who they are. Make sure you know where they're at. Make sure they have goals. So let's talk goals for a second. I want you guys, if you are here to build, if you're here to build an empire, let me just take this down so I can show you guys something. I want you to do something for me. Okay, so I want you to create a vision board. So what a vision board is a vision board is basically a board that has everything you've ever wanted in it. It's a board that gives you a pit and makes you want to poop your pants. It's a board that is so scary that it just makes your skin crawl. It's not safe. A vision board doesn't have on it, I want to take my kids to the movies. A vision board doesn't have that. A vision board has, I want to take my whole family to Hawaii because we've never been there. A vision board has, I want to add, a vision board doesn't have, I want to add 2 people to my team. A vision board has, I want to add 6 people to my team because that makes me scared. That makes me scared. Let me just tell you guys a quick story. So, and I don't mean to make this long, but I just wanted to get really real with you guys because we are about to embark on such huge, massive momentum. And if you are in a position where this is what you want, you have got to get your head in the game. I created a vision board for, this is something I've been doing since I was probably 11 years old and I didn't know. So I was that girl who always looked in my, teen magazines, and I would cut out quotes and graphics and all kinds of stuff of what resonated with me, like what made my heart sing, what did I like visually. And I saved those binders because I was like super addicted to that. And when we moved, when I was about 27, my husband and I got married, and I had saved all those binders. And, the binders that where you have the clear cover where you slip it in, that's what I would do. So I pulled those out, and it took my breath away, because I would say about 75% of the stuff that was on those binders was absolutely where my life was at in the current moment. It's stuff that had happened to me from graduating high school to my current age at the time, 27. And that was big for me, and I didn't understand what that was. But I thought it was, at the time, I thought it was cute. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's so cute. That's weird. Oh, that's so weird. But now that I know more about how powerful that is, now I live by that. So my first vision board that I created within this company, I didn't do it in the beginning because I was so caught up in building, and that was a mistake. So I made it when Derek announced that the West Indies was one of our exclusive trips, the service trips that we go on. So the West Indies was one of the trips. And at the time, the requirements were enormous, like $1 million in sales, like 8 first-generation elites. I mean, it was enormous. And I was a newer Black status, and I was so far away from that. But I knew I had to put that on my board. So I put that on my board. At the time, my daughter was, she was excelling in school, and she wasn't happy where she was at. And I really wanted her to be in this all-girls school that's in my community. But it was expensive. And I thought, there's no way. Like, when you have just this dream of what you think that, like, that would, if I just had unlimited resources, that just would be such a blessing. And this school was one of those things. So I put that on my vision board. So I had the West Indies on my vision board. I had the school on my vision board. I had vacationing with my husband, a picture of us and beaches and stuff. And I had a Land Rover on my vision board. So all of that stuff was completely out of the picture, maybe except for the beach with my husband. But it would involve us going there for lunch for the day or camping in a tent. That's it. I'm newer to the company, but I thought I'm going to run as fast as I can, and I'm going to try to make this happen. And I put it up in my bedroom because I didn't have an office at that time. And I looked at it every day. And then I took it down because I started to get a little bummed because I'm like, oh my God, all that stuff. And I feel like I'm spinning my wheels, and I feel like I'm working so hard. And I put it away, and I continued working, but it was already out into the universe. It was already in my prayers. It was already there for everybody to see. But I put it away. So about 8 months later, I forgot about it. Time passed, and I got a motorhome with my husband, and we loved to go camping at the beach. And this is all within that year and a half time frame that I didn't pull out that vision board. We went car shopping on a whim, and there was a used old Land Rover. I got it. I wasn't even thinking about the vision board, you guys. I had an opportunity to send my daughter to that school. And at the time, I was needing financial aid, but I was at that weird cusp because I thought, we're making money, but it's not a lot of money. And, if we pay for this school, I'm not really, we might have to do top ramen and hot dogs, but we can pay for this school. Like, we can make it happen. And we got approved for that financial aid, and we got her into that school. And then Derek announced at 11:30 at night one night that he said that the qualifications were extremely way too high for this West Indies trip, that he was going to adjust those a little bit. And the minute that he adjusted them, myself and another Black status presenter had earned the trip to West Indies. So in that moment, the next day after that West Indies announcement, I opened up my drawer. That was the vision board was literally a piece of 8.5 by 11 paper. I had pulled it out of my drawer, and it was all crumpled and folded, and I cried. And I thought, holy shit, like that, all the stuff came true. All the stuff that I put on there came to fruition. So now, that vision board that you see up there, now I make them big. Now I make them sturdy. Now I never take them down. I put them there for all to see, because the stuff that you put your energy into, you guys, and the stuff that you put your prayers into and the stuff that you put on paper is huge, And I cannot say enough how huge it is. So that takes me to goals. So when you guys have a team, I kind of went off track a little bit and I apologize for that. But when you guys have a team, I want you to have them write goals. I want you to write a goal. If you say in your brain, oh yeah, I want to hit blue status. Oh yeah, I think I want to do green. I want to, add 3 people to my empire this month. That doesn't have as much power as it actually is to write the goal down, to actually write it down. So mine is, let me see so you guys can all see, because I have this piece of paper up here. So mine was Black Status 1 in 2017 that I would hit it. And that I wrote 8 first generation elites. I want you guys to see that, where it says 8 first gen elites right there. And then I crossed it out because 8 felt safe to me. It felt like I could do it, and it wasn't really giving me a scary feeling in my belly. It wasn't giving me that throw up pit. But 10 gives me the throw up pit, absolutely. And at the time, Black Status 1 was $1 million in company wholesale sales. Now it's 500,000. Is that doable? Yeah, it's absolutely doable. Absolutely doable. Here's another thing. Okay, you see this all hands on deck thing right there? That thing right there? Oh, where is my finger? Anyway, right here. You guys see that? So I cut that out of a magazine because I was thinking, okay, that resonates with me. Wasn't sure what it meant. Wasn't sure what it was all about. But I cut it out and I put it on there. So a couple months ago, I did a live with the leaders, and that was just something that was resonating with me. And I kept saying, like, we have got to bind together. We have to come together as a leadership team and lead these girls, the ones that want to make something of themselves. We have to do this, and we need all hands on deck. And the minute I said that, I was like, okay, so that's the right direction. Thank you. Thank you. That's the right direction. So I want you guys to write your goals down. I want you to do a vision board. I want you to make it scary, and I want you to check in with your teams. One person on your team. You have a team, girl. You have a team. I want you to check in. I want you to get to know them. I want you to see what their goals are. If their goal is to just get Starbucks on a consistent basis for the month, then are you going to jump down their throat and be like, oh my gosh, why aren't you selling $500? Why aren't you doing parties? Why aren't you doing this? No, you're not going to do that. But the girl that says, you know what? I'm writing it on paper right now, and I want to be green status. I want to be green status by, February of 2018. If that's your girl, then she just gave you permission to hold her accountable. She just gave you permission to go all in. She just gave you permission that she's diving in that pool. And if she starts to drown, you're going to reach out and grab her. You're going to say, hey, listen, guess what, Stacy? You told me that you wanted to be green status, but this month you're sitting at 0. What's going on? So here's what I do. And I started to say this, so I'm sorry because I got all off in a tangent because I just want you guys to know what's possible because it's so crazy. Every month, I will take my girls that I know are at my level, my girls that I know are running for green. I'll want to know what their goals are for the month. How many parties do you have going on? Do you need help booking parties? Do I need to put you in the Success Center, Deb Erickson Success Center, and really dive in? Do you need to do a program with Deb to really dive in? Do you have, issues from your past that are holding you back? Do you need to get over those? Do you need to figure out how to dig those up? Girls, you got to dig up the shit in order to get past it. And I don't mean to use trucker mouth on you, but that's how passionate I am. You will not be successful unless you dig up the shit and you throw it away, the stuff that is holding you back. You won't, because you'll get to that point of fear and you'll get as far as you can, and then you'll self-sabotage yourself because you're afraid to move forward a little bit more. So you gotta clean it out. You gotta clean out the goods. So I will dig into those teams. I will dig deep into the team. So a lot of people will ask me, who do you check in with, Sean? When I have a team, who do I check in with? Because nobody wants to step on toes. So if I sign up Sarah, and Sarah signs up Tiffany, Jessie, Julie, and Dawn. And Sarah doesn't do anything, but maybe 2 or 3 down here are doing something, and I'm afraid to step on Sarah's toes, but them down there, they're doing really great. What is that doing for my business? That's not doing anything for my business. Do not be afraid to step on toes. If anybody feels like you're stepping on their toes, that's a huge red flag, and that means they're leading with ego, and that's not right. That's not right. Overlapping leadership is something I praise up and down. Overlapping leadership is something that I condone, that I promote, and that I absolutely respect, because what you get from me, completely different than what you might be getting from Carly if Carly's your elite. What might be different than you're getting from Brandy if she's your elite, or Ashley, or Stephanie, or Krista, or Erin, or Rihanna. Any of those girls, Dawn, Kelly, Michelle, any of them. We are all different. We all have different strengths in leadership, and we all have different weaknesses in leadership. And if you guys get something completely different from, whoever, from Jody, that you get from me, if Jody's your first uplining lead, I don't take that personally. More power to her. I put her on a pedestal for that because her strengths are fantastic. And my weaknesses might be what she's strong in. So overlapping leadership is where it's at. Do not be afraid to dig. Do not be afraid to dig down in your team. Here is something that I told my leaders a few weeks ago. So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 first generation elites. 7. Out of those 7 girls, let me make sure it's still the same. 1 is my personally sponsored. Just 1. Just 1. So how did I get those other 6? Those other 6 were down deep in the pile. They had a vision. They had a goal. They decided to go for it. And they were like, hey, I'm sold a couple $100. I think I'm running for a pink. Like, pick me up. I'm ready for a blue. Pick me up. I'm ready for green. Pick me up. And I'm ready to do the actions that are going to match what the goal has come out of my mouth. So if I did not look down and dig all of these people, they wouldn't be here. And I always like to share my mistakes with you guys. So before I knew how to do that, because before I was like, oh no, I take care of my personally sponsored. Like, my job isn't to do the other people, but that's a bunch of bullshit. Your job is to do everybody. So this happened to me, Mandy Metler. Mandy Metler is one of my purples. She's now my first generation because her sponsor and all the people in between, Mandy was like 5 down from me. All those people have since disappeared. They didn't want to work their business. They decided this wasn't for them, whatever the reason was, which is fine. Bless and release, and I wish you luck in whatever you do. But my mistake was that I didn't see Mandy because I was concentrating on the first sponsor, the first person. She was my personally sponsored. So I'm over here cheering and rah-rahing and trying to get her to go when she didn't want to go. That wasn't her goal. She wasn't here for that. But Mandy signed up under somebody that signed up under her, that signed up under her, that signed up under her, and she was like 5 levels down until one day I decided to expand my company and my back office. And I went, oh my God, like, who's this girl? Who is this girl? She was almost green, you guys. Like, she was $400 away from green. And I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do? Like, she's going to be my first generation green. This is crazy. So I private messaged her. Shame on me. I should have been doing that a long time ago when Sister was hot on it and she was sponsoring and she was selling. I should have dug deep within my company to find her. Lesson learned. I will never, ever do that again. So what I do is I go through my company and I find people that are selling like $500 to $1,000, and people that all of a sudden I see are white or yellow or pink status and they have crazy PRS. I know that they're doing something. I know that they have this drive and I know that they have this passion. So I will reach down and say, oh my gosh, and leave a voice message. Girl, I'm so proud of you. Like, you're on it. You know, if there's ever anything you need, let me know. So don't be afraid to dig within your teams. Don't be afraid to uplift them. Don't be afraid to empower them. Don't be afraid to reach out a hand, because that is where your paychecks will come from. And I just want to hit home again. If you want to just be able to, you know, buy your kids a pair of shoes once a month, or go to the movies, or maybe take your bestie out to dinner, then sell product. If you want to really, really, really change your world financially, build a team and sell product. And teach your people to do the same. And love on them like nobody's business. Always, always, always lead with the servant leader's heart, always. And I cannot say enough is that when you care about someone else's paycheck more than you care about your own, that is when you will be successful. I will say that till the day that I die. And I firmly, firmly believe that. Do not focus on the outcome, focus on the process. Do not focus on, Oh my God, I want to be green. I want to be green. I want to be green. Focus on the process. Well, who are you going to help to pink? Focus on that. Who are you going to help get started strong? Who are you going to help that has a handout that is saying, hey, you know, this is something that I want. Who are you going to help with that? Don't focus on the green. That you're making it about you. Don't make it about you. Make it about your team. Okay? All right. So thank you for letting me pop in here and be real with you guys. If you listened to me and you're like, oh my God, that totally scared the crap out of me, take a step back, take a breath, message me, because success can be scary, but it's so rewarding and it's so amazing. And I just want to reiterate that you're not alone in it at all, at all. Myself and your leaders are absolutely here to help you. And if that's something that you really want, you guys, there's not many times in our life when we get 2 chances at crazy hyper growth momentum. And we are about to get our second chance because we are slated to do even more than we've ever done in this company ever. And for those of you that were with us when we first opened, that it's the momentum is crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. So, all right. I love you girls. I will pop in and answer any questions. But if you guys have questions, comment below. And I absolutely want to see you guys all achieve your goals, you know, whatever that goal is for you. Okay. So don't be afraid to dream big. If you make a vision board, you guys, not if, when you make a vision board, will you put them in the comments? Because I really want to see everybody's. And here's my 2 cents on vision boards real quick, is that I don't really believe in digital vision boards. I feel like so much more power goes into ones that you actually cut and paste and make with your hands. I just think the time that it takes to actually cut out a graphic that says fortune on it or family or whatever it is that resonates with you, and putting the energy into gluing it on a board just speaks volumes. So, all right, I love you girls. Tag your girls in this that aren't here or that are working or elsewhere, because I want to make sure that everybody knows the direction that we're headed. So I love you girls. Have a great day. Bye.